Welcome to Audiobook Central. Your click to this audiobook will give you thoughts, power and energy what you need, because you was looking for it, that's why you clicked this video. For more amazing life lessons and book summaries, subscribe to Audiobook Central. Letter 21. On the renown which my writings will bring you. In this letter, Seneca reflects on the potential consequences of Lucilius becoming associated with Seneca's writings and teachings. He delves into the complexities of fame and reputation, discussing how they can be both a blessing and a burden. Seneca warns Lucilius of the potential criticism and scrutiny that may accompany public recognition and encourages him to approach it with equanimity. He advises Lucilius to remain steadfast in his commitment to philosophy, focusing on the intrinsic value of his own philosophical journey rather than seeking external validation through fame or reputation. Seneca highlights the importance of staying true to one's principles and not being swayed by public opinion. Letter 22. On the futility of halfway measures. Seneca addresses the tendency to pursue endeavors with half-hearted commitment. He emphasizes the importance of wholeheartedly engaging in one's chosen path, whether it be the pursuit of virtue or personal growth. Seneca warns against the dangers of indecision and a lack of commitment, as they can lead to dissatisfaction and a failure to reach one's full potential. He advises Lucilius to embrace clarity of purpose, make conscious choices, and wholeheartedly pursue his aspirations. Seneca reminds him that true fulfillment comes from wholehearted dedication and the consistent application of virtues. He encourages Lucilius to avoid being complacent and to constantly strive for excellence. Letter 23. On the true joy which comes from philosophy. Seneca explores the true source of joy that arises from philosophical pursuits. He highlights the inherent joy that comes from leading a virtuous life and cultivating wisdom. Seneca explains that true happiness is not dependent on external circumstances but rather on one's inner state of mind. He encourages Lucilius to find joy in the pursuit of knowledge, in understanding and aligning his actions with the natural order of the universe, and in the cultivation of virtuous qualities. Seneca reminds him that true joy is found within and is accessible to all who embrace philosophy as a way of life. He encourages Lucilius to embrace the transformative power of philosophy and to seek fulfillment through the pursuit of wisdom. Letter 24. On despising death. In this letter, Seneca addresses the fear and aversion that many have towards death. He offers a philosophical perspective on death, encouraging Lucilius to overcome the fear of mortality by recognizing its natural inevitability. Seneca explains that death is a part of the natural cycle of life and that fearing it only serves to waste the precious time one has in the present. He urges Lucilius to view death as a release from the sufferings of life and as an opportunity to rest peacefully. Seneca emphasizes that a life well lived is not measured by its length but by the virtues and values embodied within it. He encourages Lucilius to live each day fully and to appreciate the present moment, knowing that death is an inescapable reality for all. Letter 25. On Reformation. Seneca discusses the concept of self-improvement and the constant need for personal reformation. He highlights the importance of self-awareness and introspection in recognizing one's flaws and areas for growth. Seneca advises Lucilius to engage in regular self-examination and to be open to criticism and feedback. He emphasizes that true progress comes from a willingness to confront and rectify one's mistakes, habits, and vices. Seneca encourages Lucilius to embrace the journey of self-improvement, reminding him that change and growth are ongoing processes that require continuous effort and reflection. He stresses the importance of being proactive in identifying areas for improvement and taking decisive action to enact positive change. Letter 26. On old age and friendship. Seneca explores the role of friendship in the context of old age. He reflects on the changing dynamics of relationships as one grows older and emphasizes the importance of cultivating genuine and meaningful friendships that withstand the test of time. Seneca advises Lucilius to prioritize quality over quantity in friendships, emphasizing that a few true and loyal friends bring more joy and support than a multitude of shallow connections. He encourages Lucilius to foster deep and lasting friendships built on trust, mutual understanding, and shared values. Seneca reassures him that in old age, true friends provide comfort, companionship, and a sense of belonging. He underscores the significance of nurturing relationships throughout one's life and cherishing the bonds of friendship. Letter 27. On the good which abides. In this letter, Seneca reflects on the transient nature of material possessions and the enduring value of virtuous qualities. He delves into the futility of attaching one's happiness to external wealth or possessions. Seneca encourages Lucilius to focus on cultivating internal riches, virtues such as wisdom, integrity, and generosity, which have lasting value and contribute to a meaningful and fulfilled life. He advises Lucilius to invest in the development of his character rather than in the accumulation of material possessions. Seneca reminds him that true wealth lies in the richness of one's soul. He encourages Lucilius to embrace the inherent goodness that comes from virtuous actions and to seek fulfillment in the pursuit of noble qualities rather than in the pursuit of worldly possessions. Letter 28. On travel as a cure for discontent. Seneca explores the idea of travel as a means to alleviate discontentment and gain a broader perspective on life. He discusses the benefits of immersing oneself in new environments, cultures, and experiences. Seneca advises Lucilius to travel with a purpose, not for mere distraction or escapism, but to learn, expand his horizons, and gain a deeper understanding of the world and its inhabitants. He suggests that travel can serve as a catalyst for personal growth, self-discovery, and the appreciation of different perspectives. Seneca reminds Lucilius that true contentment comes from within but acknowledges that travel can enhance one's understanding of oneself and the world, fostering a sense of gratitude and a renewed zest for life. Letter 29. On virtue as the sole good. Seneca emphasizes the Stoic belief that virtue is the highest good and the key to a flourishing life. He explores the concept of virtue as the foundation for true happiness and fulfillment. Seneca advises Lucilius to prioritize the cultivation of virtuous qualities such as wisdom, justice, courage, and self-control. He explains that virtue is the only true measure of worth and that the pursuit of external goods without virtuous character is ultimately futile. Seneca encourages Lucilius to align his actions and values with the pursuit of virtue, recognizing it as the ultimate source of fulfillment. He underscores the importance of living in accordance with one's principles and consistently applying virtues in daily life. Letter 30. On the value of time. Seneca delves into the preciousness of time and the importance of utilizing it wisely. He discusses the tendency to squander time on frivolous activities and distractions, cautioning Lucilius against wasting this finite resource. Seneca emphasizes the need to allocate time purposefully to meaningful pursuits, such as self-improvement, virtue, and the cultivation of relationships. He encourages Lucilius to reflect on the brevity of life and to seize the present moment, as time. Letter 31. On the futility of planning ahead. In this letter, Seneca discusses the futility of excessive planning and the importance of embracing the present moment. He advises Lucilius to strike a balance between preparing for the future and fully experiencing the present. Seneca argues that excessive planning can lead to anxiety and disappointment when reality doesn't align with expectations. He encourages Lucilius to cultivate an attitude of adaptability and to focus on what he can control in the present. Seneca reminds him that true tranquility comes from accepting the unpredictability of life and making the most of each moment. Letter 32. On progress and improvement. Seneca explores the concept of progress and improvement, emphasizing the importance of continuous learning and growth. He advises Lucilius to never be satisfied with his current level of knowledge or virtue. Seneca encourages him to seek out wisdom from various sources, engage in self-reflection, and challenge his existing beliefs. He cautions against complacency and urges Lucilius to remain open-minded and receptive to new ideas. Seneca reminds him that true progress is not achieved by staying within the boundaries of comfort but by embracing challenges and constantly striving for self-improvement. Letter 33. On the fickleness of fortune. In this letter, Seneca discusses the unpredictable nature of fortune and the need to develop resilience in the face of adversity. He advises Lucilius to detach his sense of well-being from external circumstances and to find inner stability and contentment. Seneca reminds him that fortune is fickle and can change at any moment, and therefore, one should not place too much importance on external success or failure. He encourages Lucilius to focus on cultivating virtues such as courage, wisdom, and self-control, which will provide a steady foundation amidst life's ups and downs. Letter 34. On a Noble Mind. Seneca reflects on the qualities of a noble mind and the importance of cultivating virtue. He emphasizes that true nobility comes from the character and actions of an individual rather than from external factors such as social status or wealth. Seneca advises Lucilius to prioritize virtues such as integrity, justice, and compassion in his daily life. He encourages him to align his thoughts, words, and actions with the pursuit of noble qualities. Seneca reminds Lucilius that a noble mind is not attained through birthright but through conscious effort and the consistent practice of virtue. Letter 35. On the Influence of Books. Seneca explores the impact of reading and the importance of selecting books wisely. He advises Lucilius to be discerning in his choice of reading material and to focus on works that offer wisdom and insight. Seneca cautions against indiscriminate reading and encourages Lucilius to prioritize quality over quantity. He emphasizes that the purpose of reading should be the cultivation of virtue and the acquisition of practical wisdom. Seneca encourages Lucilius to reflect on the teachings of the books he reads and to apply the lessons learned to his own life. Letter 36. On the Value of Retirement. In this letter, Seneca explores the benefits of retirement and withdrawal from the busy affairs of the world. He advises Lucilius to seek moments of solitude and introspection, where he can reflect on his thoughts and actions. Seneca argues that retreating from external distractions allows one to cultivate inner peace, develop self-awareness, and pursue a life of wisdom and virtue. He highlights the importance of self-reflection and self-improvement, emphasizing that true happiness lies within ourselves rather than in the pursuit of wealth, fame, or external success. Seneca encourages Lucilius to prioritize his inner life and invest time in activities that nourish the soul. By embracing a contemplative and reflective approach to life, one can find true fulfillment and live in accordance with Stoic principles. Letter 37. On the lesson to be drawn from the burning of lions. In this letter, Seneca reflects on the tragic event of the burning of the city of Lyons. He uses this incident as a powerful example of the impermanence and unpredictability of life. Seneca emphasizes the importance of accepting the realities of life, including its hardships and uncertainties. He advises Lucilius to cultivate a mindset of resilience and adaptability, recognizing that adversity is an inherent part of the human experience. Seneca urges Lucilius not to be consumed by fear or sorrow but to find solace in the fact that one's character and inner virtues are not affected by external circumstances. He encourages Lucilius to approach life's challenges with courage, maintaining a sense of inner calm and strength. Seneca's message reminds us of the fragility of the material world and the importance of focusing on what is within our control, our thoughts, actions, and attitudes. Letter 38. On Quiet and Study. In this letter, Seneca discusses the significance of silence and study in the pursuit of wisdom. He advises Lucilius to cultivate a habit of quiet contemplation and to allocate dedicated time for study and self-reflection. Seneca argues that through silence and study, one can develop clarity of thought, deepen their understanding, and refine their principles. He encourages Lucilius to detach himself from external distractions and to engage in deep, focused learning. Seneca emphasizes that true knowledge is not gained through surface-level engagement but through intentional and concentrated study. Letter 39. On Nobility of Spirit. Seneca explores the concept of nobility of spirit and its relation to virtue. He discusses the qualities of a noble soul, such as integrity, resilience, and moral courage. Seneca advises Lucilius to cultivate these virtues in order to rise above the ordinary and live a life of greatness. He encourages him to embrace challenges, confront adversity with fortitude, and maintain unwavering integrity in the face of temptation. Seneca reminds Lucilius that true nobility is not defined by external recognition but by the inner strength and virtuous character that one embodies. Letter 40. On the Proper Use of Leisure. Seneca reflects on the proper utilization of leisure time and cautions against wasting it on trivial pursuits. He encourages Lucilius to engage in activities that nourish the mind, body, and soul during periods of leisure. Seneca advises him to pursue intellectual growth through reading, engage in physical exercise for health and vitality, and cultivate meaningful relationships. He emphasizes the importance of balancing relaxation with purposeful engagement to make the most of leisure time. Seneca encourages Lucilius to use leisure as an opportunity for self-improvement, rejuvenation, and the pursuit of activities that align with his values and aspirations. Here, our summary of book letters by Seneca from letter 21 to 40 ends for first 20 letters and life lessons. Watch part 1 of this video. Stay tuned for part 3 and get ready to know more awesome Stoic teaching from this book. Thanks for listening to Audiobook Central.